Science and Discovery: How Ice Cream Freezes Smoothly. One sunny Monday morning, in a bustling city labyrinth, nestled among towering skyscrapers and colorful storefronts, lay a hidden school. This was no ordinary school. It was the Science and Discovery Academy, where young minds went to explore the marvels of the universe. Today, our protagonists, Alex, Jamie, and Max, were about to learn how ice cream freezes smoothly. Inside the laboratory's ice cream workshop, Alex, Jamie, and Max stood before their ice cream maker, eyes wide with excitement. "Let's get started," squealed Alex, her long brown hair bobbing as she spoke. The three kids began to mix ingredients, taking turns stirring and measuring. First came the cream, thick and rich, followed by a liquid sugar solution. "Now for the magic," said Max, grinning from ear to ear. They quickly realized that this was not as simple as shaking a snow cone or churning frozen yogurt. The kids wrapped their mixture in a bag and placed it inside a special canister filled with salt and ice. "What's going on here?" wondered Jamie as they took turns cranking the handle. The churning began, and the mixture started to freeze. Minutes later, the mixture had transformed into something beautiful: ice cream. They couldn't believe their eyes. "Wow, look at that!" exclaimed Max, awestruck by the process. The trio scooped out the ice cream, tasting it eagerly. "It's so smooth," declared Jamie, licking her lips. They looked at each other, puzzled about why their concoction didn't become a chunky mess. Just as they were about to dig in for seconds, Ms. Patel entered the workshop. "What have you been up to today?" she asked, her eyes twinkling with curiosity. The kids shared their experience and the mystery of their smooth ice cream. Ms. Patel smiled and said, "That's a fantastic discovery. The salt you used lowers the temperature at which the ice around your mixture melts, creating tiny ice crystals that grow larger and larger as they merge." The kids sketched diagrams on the chalkboard, eager to understand the science behind their tasty treat. "So, if we have many tiny crystals instead of a few large ones, it gives us a smoother texture," said Alex, her eyes lighting up with understanding. The rest of the day was spent experimenting and creating delicious batches of ice cream. They learned that by adjusting the amount of salt, they could control the size of the ice crystals, and thus determine the texture of their final product. As the sun began to set, it was time for the science fair. The students proudly displayed their ice cream creations and shared their newfound knowledge with fellow classmates. They took first place, leaving everyone in awe of their delicious discoveries. As the school day came to a close, Alex, Jamie, and Max sat together in their favorite spot under a shady tree. They looked back on their adventure, smiling at how much they had learned about science through making ice cream. "I can't wait to see what we'll discover next," said Max with excitement.